I first came across Gerard Pape when I was at a conference in Australia in 2001, I think, and I was really immediately struck by the force of energy behind Gerard and behind his music, and the way that he manages to transform every sound that he makes into something that's really breathing and alive and moving around in space. And his approach to sound has just really captivated me right from the very beginning. And so when I came to think about a research subject for my doctorate, I first thought I have to do something on Gerard's music, because really there has not been enough written about his music, and his approach is really very interesting. So I've been working now, this is my third year of working on my doctoral project, and I've done an extensive analysis of his work, Macbinac 4, and I'm now working on his piece Harmony of Time and Timbre, and then I'll also be looking at other works. I've also looked at Chenchi. I'll be looking at other works as well from a musicological perspective, but also from my point of view as a composer. It's very interesting for me to dissect his way of working. The thing that I'm really most interested about is how he makes the sound come alive in all of its parameters and move around in space as an object, but purely from instrumental sounds that he can do this, which is very interesting. And so the process that I'm looking at is how he is managing to manipulate the sounds over time in order to create a sense of modulation in his work on a more formal level, and how this sense of modulation within the inside of the sound, right at the micro level of the sound, right up towards the macro level of the form, creates a form that moves, that modulates, that transforms in time, and has a sense of evolution at multiple levels. So that's what has been very interesting for me to follow in Gerard's work. And also, as a performer, I've performed in several of his pieces now, and it's interesting to perform in a work, to analyse a work, to compose a work as three completely different roles, and it's been really a fantastic experience to get to know Gerard from different elements, to discuss things with him as a fellow composer, and then to work with him on his pieces as a performer, to understand his way of bringing these sounds to life, and then also as a musicologist to then go behind the scenes and to look at the structure, and often discover things myself that even Gerard is not aware of, but that are part of his integral way of thinking, and just magical things, proportions that he didn't do on purpose, that just turn out exactly like his other pieces, but are just totally innate for him to work in this way. So it's a real pleasure for me to work with Gerard, and I'm really looking forward to being able to present my doctoral research back to him as a gift to him, and my appreciation of his work and his contribution to 21st century music.